If you want to know what's going on in Rockingham County government, check out Rockingham County 411. If you're interested in county governmental programs, projects, and services, don't miss Rockingham County 411. Public Information Officer Mabel Scott will share important, crucial news you can use with Rockingham County 411.
Rockingham County 411, you're in a good place. And today we'd like to introduce you to Mr. Mark Pegram, J. Mark Pegram. He is the clerk of the Superior Court here in Rockingham County. We get so many calls saying, is this Superior Court? Please tell us, what is the Superior Court and what do you do as the clerk?
Thanks, Mabel, for allowing me to come in and inform the public of what all we do. The clerk's office, or the clerk of the court, is a constitutional office, and it's appointed, it's elected every 4 years. And so the clerk of court has several different roles. One of them is a judge of probate. So the clerk hears matters that the district and superior court judges do not hear. So, you know, when I first ran for office 18 years ago, that was the type question people would ask me, you know, well, who is the clerk and what's the clerk do? And you would think, when you first think about the clerk, you're thinking of somebody sitting up beside the judge, taking the minutes and taking the judgments of what the judge is saying and ordering and rendering his judgments. But the clerk of court has so many different aspects and has so many different duties. And like I said, the clerk of court is the judge of probate, and so I hear matters, whole court, have a clerk's courtroom where I hear matters such as guardianships, adoptions, land partitions. I hear matters which are called special proceedings, and it's about 42 different types of special proceedings that the clerk hears. And they range from, partition proceedings, adoptions, name changes, foreclosures. Those are the matters that the clerk hears. And then also estate matters. The clerk has exclusive jurisdiction over estate matters when someone passes away. And individuals come in, the executor or the personal representative for the estate comes in, and the clerk oversees all of that too. That's just one, that's one title. And you also said something about recording,
filing, processing, indexing, court records. Oh my goodness.
One of the biggest things responsibilities of the clerk is when judgments are entered against individuals, that's a high liability for the clerk to make sure that those judgments are entered, like in civil judgments for money owed. And so we work hand in hand with the Register of Deeds office too, and where they file all the land records, then we file all the judgments, which ties into real estate too.
Boy, oh boy. So how did you get prepared for this particular job?
Well, it's hard to believe, but I've been around for 38 years. So I had a career in law enforcement before I became clerk, and I had about 20 years in law enforcement. So I actually worked for the sheriff's office, and I left the sheriff's office in 1999 and went to work in Raleigh at the Attorney General's office, and then I ran for office in 2002. So my background for that was being involved in the civil process, and I had a background and I helped write the lesson plan for the state basic law enforcement training and in civil process. So I did have some knowledge about what all the clerk does, but I'm going to tell you right now, once I got in, it was an eye-opening of what else of what all we have to do.
And when you said what all we have to do, the we is how many people on your staff? And
Well, I have the biggest office in the courthouse.
that's at the Justice Center
At the Justice
out
Center.
here on 65, NC 65.
Correct. And I have 28 employees. We have deputy clerks and assistant clerks, and there's a difference. An assistant clerk has the same authority as the elected clerk as far as holding hearings. I have one assistant clerk assigned to do nothing but foreclosure hearings. Then I have assistant clerks that work in the criminal division that actually hold hearings when it comes to vehicle seizures. So if someone is caught with driving while impaired and that vehicle is seized because you already have a previous DWI, then the petitioner or the innocent owner can come in and file a petition to try to get the vehicle back. And so I have staff that hear those matters. And plus, too, I have staff in our states division, assistants that also step in and do estate hearings, too, when I'm not available or if I have something else going on, too.
That sounds exciting.
It is. It's a never a dull moment.
That's what
around.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes. I know you find it very rewarding.
It does. For me, I'm all about customer service and helping people. And whoever you come in to see me, my door's always open, and I'm there to help you because I've always looked at it that if you come to the courthouse, no matter what division you go into, whether it's estates or criminal or bookkeeping, juvenile, you're there for a reason and you need some help because a lot of people, especially in the states, they've lost a loved one.
Yes.
They don't know which way to turn.
You're right.
Even though we can't give legal advice, but we're there to help you get through that process.
Because you all understand the process and being there to serve, that's very comforting.
Well, that's one thing I tell my staff is, that's all we have to offer is to be able to help people and provide that service to them. And again, we can't, we get a lot of calls and people ask you, well, what do I do here and how do I do this? We can't give legal advice.
I understand.
But we do the best we can to try to help you,
Well, they know how to call and ask, how do we get to the Superior Court? So tell us again where you all are located.
We're located at 170 Highway 65 here at the new Judicial Center. We've been there since it's opened, the new one, and that was in May of 2011.
2011, you're exactly right. And then people can call you at 336-634-6000.
Correct.
Yes,
Sure.
they call all the time.
Yeah.
So as far as what you do and what you provide and how you work with people, sometimes you may have some challenges. How do you all make it through those?
Well, especially through this pandemic, that we've had to really make adjustments as far as trying to continue to provide the service and conduct hearings. One division that has not slowed up in our office is the estates. And so we've tried to make provisions to to allow the customers to come in because, people are still passing away. And so they still need to administer their estate. As far as hearings, especially in my hearings, I've learned how to do WebEx hearings and send out emails and conduct hearings, and that's really been a big adjustment to try to continue to do the work, but through electronically and through WebEx. And so, but it's been a challenge, and it still is a challenge. But sometimes change like it's going on now is going to be positive later on. So I'm in the process of setting up a hearing right now where I'm hoping to be able to, instead of have the attorney actually come in and to the office, that we'll just do the hearing remotely through WebEx. So, and like I say, we've been doing quite a few of those.
And that flexibility, thanks to technology, I think that's what all of us are doing.
Having to learn. how
Yes.
to do it, and that's the hardest part. But
But we're making it.
we're making it, and slowly but surely we're coming along with it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So are you originally from this area?
I'm originally from Rockingham County. I grew up in the Williamsburg community. I live right here in Wentworth, and I've just been here all my life. So, and I've truly enjoyed serving the public as much as we're 38 years so far.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And then you talked about being in law enforcement too.
That's correct. I actually started my career in 1982 at the Reedsville Police Department, and then worked there for about 2.5 years, and then I went to work for the sheriff's office and stayed there until December of '99. And so I've been the clerk. This is I'm in my 5th term as clerk, and I did some research not too long ago, but looking back, I think I'm the 3rd longest serving clerk in Rockingham County in the history of it. So,
Wow. That
So-
means you're doing a good job.
well,
And your
I'm trying to
staff.
do the best I can.
Yeah,
you know.
and your staff, yes.
Well, thank you so much.
And we appreciate it when we connect people to your office and they're not coming back. So that means you're doing exactly.
Well, we're trying,
Yes.
everybody that comes in our office, shouldn't say everybody, but the majority of people that they come in and they're either upset because they've got to go to court for something, a criminal charge or anything like that. I think one of the probably the best thing about it is if we do an adoption or something like ceremony. Of course, I do a lot of those, but since the COVID has come around, I've had to stop that. But that's one good thing: when people come in, they're happy, and they leave, they're happy.
I
But
know,
sometimes
that's
people.
beautiful, adding on to families.
That's it. And then plus too,
Yes.
sometimes when people come in, they may come in happy, but they may leave unhappy. So the way things go, but
You're just doing your job.
just doing the best we can. Yeah.
So what's the main thing you want people who watch this show today? What do you want? What's the big takeaway you want them to know about the clerk of the Superior Court and what you and your team do for them?
Well, it's about being able to help you. I want people to really understand of what all the clerk's responsibilities are. I mean, not just running the office. I'm a judge. I'm also an administrator. We issue all the summonses, handle all the paperwork in criminal matters, sit beside the judge and take the judgments. We manage funds. We manage trust. So I'm a comptroller and look after funds on that where funds are deposited with the clerk for minors. And there's really, and then there's other job titles that the clerk is responsible for, like jury. We assist the jury commission with developing or coming up with all the jurors for the hearings and for the trials. The clerk's responsible for nominating all the magistrates. The clerk's also responsible, and some people don't realize this, but if there's a vacancy on the county commission, and they can't fill it themselves, then the clerk appoints someone to fill that position. So the clerk's office or the clerk himself is a very, very involved and a very important position as to the person that holds that position. So it's a lot of responsibility that people do not, just not aware of, if I can say it that way.
And you all are doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
And you're keeping things moving, and people will know even more about you. And we appreciate you being here and taking time to come over and share with us and tell us what you do.
Well, thank you for inviting me and allowing me to share a few things. But just want everybody to know that we're there for you, and just give us a call when you need something.
And he means that. You can call him at 336-634-6000. That's 336-634-6000. The Clerk of Superior Court in the Judicial Center, right?
Yep.
170 NC 65, the beautiful award-winning building.
Correct.
Yes, it is. It's very, very nice. Thank you for all you do,
Thank you.
Mr. J. Mark Pegram. We appreciate you being a part of Rockingham County 411. You're in a good place.